CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, November 24th, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. Well, the Middle East was roiled again. It's not as if it's volatile enough, but this morning the Turkish military shot down a Russian warplane. Turks said that the plane was near the Turkish-Syrian border and was over Turkish airspace. Turks said that they warned the Russian plane 10 times, trying to catch its attention to indicate that it was over Turkish airspace. There was no response. The Turks then proceeded to shoot the plane down. The Russians indicated that the plane was over international airspace and are outraged. There's an emergency meeting going on in Brussels right now that NATO has called to discuss the incident. This is assuming that the members of the NATO plenary session can reach the NATO headquarters. Brussels remains in lockdown and is going to remain in lockdown apparently for the next several weeks. The Prime Minister of Belgium says that there is still a very high alert and a very imminent threat. The subway system is closed down, banks are closed, however, schools did reopen. Meanwhile, the United States State Department issued a travel warning to Americans, especially during the holidays. The travel alert is going to remain in effect until the 24th of February. Essentially, it said that American citizens should exercise vigilance when in public places or using transportation. Be aware of immediate surroundings and avoid large crowds or crowded places. Exercise particular caution during the holiday season and at holiday festivals or events. This warning is presumably for Americans who are unaware of what is going on. The activist investor Carl Icahn has said that he is going to hold a consent solicitation for American International Group shareholders, giving them the opportunity to express his support for his plan, to express their support for his plan to break up AIG. He said that he has spoken with Peter Hancock, the CEO of AIG, a number of times, but that Mr. Hancock was unwilling to take steps that Icahn and he claims other shareholders believe are long overdue and which would improve the value of AIG. Meanwhile, AIG responded promptly, saying that a breakup of the company is not in its best interests. They said management and board have carefully reviewed a separation of AIG's businesses on many occasions, including in the recent past, and concluded it did not make financial sense. They said they've taken numerous steps to streamline its business, improve financial performance, and return capital to shareholders. At least one analyst agreed with them. This would be Meyer Shields, the managing director at Keefe, Bruyette & Woods. He said, our earnings-based valuation actually anticipates little upside from breaking up AIG, unless significantly lower capital requirements can fund much higher than expected share repurchases. We can be sure that there are not going to be any lower capital requirements for insurance companies. Meanwhile, data compiled by the Reinsurance Association of America, a U.S.-based entity that has 18 P&C reinsurers in the United States as members, said that its members' gross written premiums have shrunk by 5.3% in the third quarter, taking the total down to a little bit over $50 billion. They also said the combined ratio worsened by half of a percentage point as the expense ratio increased by 5.1%. Net income, however, for the group rose 36%. Meanwhile, French President François Hollande is arriving in Washington, D.C. right now for talks with President Obama. It's expected that the French president is going to press Mr. Obama for an outright welcome of Russia into the coalition to fight against ISIS. An earthquake has rattled central Mexico yesterday, about a 5.5 on the Richter scale. The quake was about 160 miles south of Mexico City, but because of Mexico City's particular location on an ancient lake bed, which is unstable, the capital is frequently rattled by earthquakes which can occur many, many miles away. There were no reports of any damage or injuries. Last February, on February 18th, there was a shipping accident in which a 7,000-ton, 423-foot cargo ship ran into the coast of Scotland at full speed. The ship was so damaged that it was eventually put up for salvage. It could not be repaired. Earlier this week, the accident report came out. It was discovered that a Russian mariner had drunk half of a liter of rum before taking the midnight to 7 a.m. shift. He was a 36-year-old chief officer. He was the only person on the bridge at the time. He became inattentive due to the effects of alcohol consumption. Apparently, according to the accident report, while off duty in his cabin, the officer made a private phone call which, quote, caused him anxiety, after which he consumed about a half liter of rum. He then started his duty on the bridge of the ship. The amount of alcohol that he had consumed caused him to fail to plot crucial course adjustments, the report said, and to turn on the ship's navigation alarm system, which would have alerted the rest of the crew once the ship began to go off course. His blood alcohol content was 0.27, which is really, really high. It was found to be about 8 times the UK limit for professional seafarers. The officer was promptly fired. The ship, which was owned and operated by a company called Lisblink Seaways, as I mentioned, has been put up for salvage. Well, that's interesting. If we have any breaking news, Hollande is boarding his limousine and heading to the White House now. If we have any other breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.